Good morning, students. Here I am Vandana Bagal, presenting you the topic Information System from Functional Perspective. This is the outline of today's learning. We are going through what is system, parts of a system, functional versus constituency perspective, sales and marketing information system, manufacturing and production system, finance and accounting system, and finally human resource system. These are the topics that we are covering in this today's session. Firstly, let us understand what is system. The word system we usually use in our day-to-day life very frequently while describing the subjects such as we can say the education system, traffic system, business system, etc. The system provides a meaningful framework for describing and understanding the features and functions of any subject. So we can say that system is defined as a set of elements arranged in an orderly manner, in a particular manner to accomplish an objective. There is one traditional definition given in this presentation that system is a group of interrelated components working together towards a common goal by accepting input and producing output in an organized transformation process. So we have understood that system is accept some input, it will process that input and finally gives the output. Now this output might be the common goal of any organization for which the system is designed. Now our next topic is parts of a system. Here we should note that system is not a randomly arranged set, whereas it is arranged with some particular logic which is having some rules, regulation, principles and policies. So if a system in any field is analyzed, then it is observed that it has three basic parts which are organized in an orderly manner. These three basic parts are input, process and output. For the execution of any system, it requires input, it processes that input and finally gives the output. Now, a system may have a single input or multiple input or may have several inputs and several outputs. For example, if there is a business organization system, then it has several input and multiple objectives such as sales, profit, services and growth of that organization. So the choice of input and processing methodology is governed by the objectives set for the particular system. Now, as no single system can provide all the information of an organization needs. Even small firms have a collection of different systems like we can say email system, sales tracking system, etc. Different systems can be described through a functional perspective or a constituency perspective. Now let us understand what is functional perspective. It is designated for identifying systems by their major business functions, whereas constituency perspective is designated for identifying systems in terms of the major organizational groups that they serve. There are various system types from functional perspective. That is our today's topic of discussion. So, based on the functional perspective, systems are categorized into four types: sales and marketing information system, manufacturing and production information system, finance and accounting system, and finally, human resource system. Now let us discuss about sales and marketing information system. This system is responsible for selling organization product or services. So the marketing team is concerned with identifying the customer for the firm's product or services. Once the customer have identified, this team is also responsible for determining what is the need of the customer, what they want, and accordingly plan and develop product and services to meet the needs or the wants of the customer. This sales and marketing system also focus on sales processes, which includes selling product, taking orders, contacting customer, and providing customer support. So system that helps the firm identify customer for the firm's product or services, develop product and services to meet the customer's need and want. Now you can see the diagram for the sales and marketing information system. At the center there is a sales system. So the input given to the sales system is the sales data. How many sales done by the particular marketing team or the organization, that sales data is given as input to the sales system. And finally, whatever is the output, that output is in the sales stored into the sales file. This sales file may be given as input to the sales system because to generate the reports from that system. These reports we have to provide to the management. This sales system data also gives the output to the inventory and production system. Inventory and production system is another kind of system which needs the input from the sales system. So this sales system uh, also solves the online queries. For that, sales reports are get generated. Next is manufacturing and production information system. This manufacturing and production information system is responsible for actually producing the firm's goods and services. This manufacturing and production system deals with the planning, development, and maintenance of production facilities. The system that deal with the planning, development, and production of products and services, and with controlling the flow of production. So, in this screen, you can see the manufacturing and production information system. At the center, there is inventory control system, and here we will store inventory master file in the storage area available with the system. Input given to this system is shipment and order data. Based on this, it processes the data which is given by the data about the shipment and order. At the same time, parallelly, it also solves the online queries, and ultimately the reports are generated which will be produced to the management for strategical design and planning. Next, we are going to see finance and accounting information system. The finance function is responsible for managing the firm's financial assets such as cash, stocks, bonds, and other investment in order to maximize the return on these financial assets. The accounting function is responsible for maintaining and managing the firm's financial records like receipts, disbursement, depreciation, payrolls to account for the flow of funds in a firm. Now in the screen you can see the finance and accounting information system. At the center there is account receivable system. It stores the output and input. It takes the input from the master file that is related to the accounts receivable. The input given to the system is from the invoice and customer data is given as input to this system, and it processes this input, and whatever is the output, that output is in the form of ledger. And with this data, it will also produce reports which we produce to the management, and it also solves the online queries. Now, next system from the functional perspective is human resource system. This human resource function is responsible for attracting, developing and maintaining the firm's workforce. Human resource information systems support activities such as identifying potential employees, maintaining complete records on existing employees, creating programs to develop employees' talent and skills. This system maintains employee records, track employee skills, job performance and training, and support planning for employee compensation and career development. So on the screen you will see the diagram for human resource system. At the center there is human resource system, and input to this system is employee data of various departments. In an organization there are number of departments. So all the departments' employee data is given as input to this human resource system, and whatever it will process this data, it will simultaneously solve the online queries, it will generate the reports which will produce to the management, and whatever is the output of the system, that output is given to the payroll system. Now payroll is again another kind of the system. So in today's session we learn about what is system, what are the parts of system, from the functional, what are the different categories of the system, from the functional perspective and constituency perspective, and in this today's session we have given more emphasis on the functional perspective system. Accordingly, they are categorized into 4 different types of functional perspective system, like sales and marketing system, manufacturing and production system, finance and accounting system, and finally human resource system. Thank you.